Alright, Acolyte of the Altar, let's check it out. So we're this guy right here, and we're fighting this guy right here. And he's teaching us the core mechanics of the game. He just gave us this guy right here. Yellow is attack, red is hit points, and blue is the mana cost to play it. This is our mana pool right here. It starts out at 1 and goes up by 1 each turn, but he just gave us 5 here to teach us something. He wants us to play this 1/1 mana pool Koi because it uses all the mana up to 5 to make it into a 5/5. New creatures are summoned over here close to our face, so you can't like summon in the left or the middle, always in the right. He's telling us to attack, but the game has summoning sickness, so we can't. So we end turn and then we can attack again next turn. Also, he's attacking me with his ability right here, did 1 damage, and his other ability unlocked. You can click and drag to grab all your creatures at once if you want. Obviously, click attack to attack. As turns go by, the beast's rage increase, which is how this unlocked. Basically, they power up over time. Most of the enemy's abilities will attack from left to right, so this powerful slash will always attack my leftmost creature. And to end the first tutorial fight here, the only tutorial fight, you gotta attack him and take him out. And then you have the map over here, and we're going to work our way along here through various bosses. But first, we have to choose our patron. Basically, there's 3 deities in the game, and we're serving them. For my greater patron, I'll choose the Ravagers because they give us a 1/1 vent crawler at the start. And then for my lesser patron, I will choose the Empiricists. We get to choose a buff at the start. This has 4 spiritual burden, this has 1. So basically, it's a risk reward for filling the spiritual burden meter up. Every time I attack with 4 more damage at once, I will deal 1 bonus damage of lightning, like cast from my guy. Mirror Wastes. So we come in here, we're fighting the Angler first, and their cast master ability just opened up, and we've been given this by our greater patron here, this 1/1 vent crawler. It's nothing special, it's a 1/1 with charge. Charge just means they can attack right away and they have no summoning sickness. So his cast master ability is every time I cast a spell, he'll deal 3 damage to one of my creatures. Also, these guys don't summon creatures, or at least not onto their side. These are my side right here, and then I have an attack area right here. I have 1 mana, so I can only play the Chanting Cultist here. When I summon it, I gain 2 borrow life, which is basically shield. That's all it does, it's just a 1/1. I'll attack with my vent crawler over here and do 1 damage. And then end my turn because I'm out of mana, all my guys are done. And you look over here, these things are charging up over here. This thing went halfway. Some things charge up fast than others. He has a Lantern Lure. He will summon this card right here, Angler's Lantern, onto my side over here. And Prod means he's going to attack for 1 damage, and he'll use these ones every turn. This guy's a 5/1 with 2 mana. End of turn loses 1 attack, so before it actually attacks, it'll become a 4/1. Attack these guys as well over here, and that'll be 2 damage to you. And then we end our turn, and then he goes on a 4/1, but he'll still do some decent damage before it gets taken out. Lantern Lure is summoning this over here onto my side, and he attacks this guy and takes him out. And also he's unlocked this swipe ability. See how this has these little things right here? 1, 2, 3. It'll attack every 3 turns. It's got the purple aura around it, which he'll attack right away. And it does 1 damage to all creatures, which is how he'll kill his Lantern Lures he puts on my side. And then this thing is going to debuff the attack of the guys next to it and do 2 damage to me. I'm going to summon the Lamb here. It's a 1/4 and it has frontline. The frontline will make it go to the left. It's the only thing that'll go to the left. Everything else just goes to the right. Go ahead and attack before these guys get taken out over here. Do 3 damage to you. No, 2 damage, because this guy's a 0/1. Because we did more than 4 damage, my spear here triggered. That was the lightning going from here to here. End our turn, and watch our guys get murdered. Except for this guy, because he has more hit points. And his attack got debuffed because the thing triggered and hit him. This thing. I'm going to summon these tiny disciples here, these 2/2s. No point in attacking with a 0/3, so we end our turn. And he summons this and attacks us for 1. I got 5 mana, time to get the mana pool Koi. You want to wait till I have 5 mana preferably, so this guy comes out as a 5/5. Every mana increases its attack and defense there. Everybody attack, do some damage. And we drew another mana pool Koi, so I'll summon this. Does this not summon every turn? Oh, I can only have 1 on my hand at a time, I think. Alright, everybody attack, do what you gotta do. And there's the swipe taking a bunch of my guys, and there's the debuff from the Lantern Lure. I'll just summon some guys here, because why not? Not enough space, you can only have 6 on board at a time. I think that's enough to take them out right here. Should be, yeah, there we go. The mana pool Kois, they're very good. And then we choose a reward. We choose one of these 3 cards, and one of the tiny disciples in my deck will get removed. This is an epic card right here, hence the purple outline. It's a 2/5, it costs 4, and anytime it takes damage, it'll deal damage equal to its attack. So we're going to take that card right there. Also, you could re-roll the loot for the cost of 5 beetles, but I'm happy with the Iron Maiden. And there's the first boss done. And after each boss, you get a harvested offering. Because we're trying to take, I think, 12 bosses and give those offerings to our patron to, like, level them up, basically. They have no abilities unlocked yet, but they're going to have Bite, Ram, and Bite eventually. Chanting Cultist costs 1. We don't have a lot of choice first turn. We only have 1 mana, right? Send you out. You'll attack. Get our bonus shield from this guy. Good first turn. Simple. Easy. And they unlock their Bite ability, and they're starting to work on Ram and Bite as well over there. What this does is it'll do 2 damage every turn to the guy on the left. I'll summon a tiny disciple for 2, and have you guys attack for 2 as well, and that'll be the entirety of our turn. They attack my guy, take him out, power up their other abilities. I want to put the mana pool kois yet. I'll get the other guy out here, and I'll have both of you attack, and that'll be my turn again. First turns are fairly simple. That guy goes down. And now his ram ability is unlocked, and it's charged. He'll attack right away. This rams the leftmost creature into its neighbor, damaging each other by the other's attack. But this will trigger first, so this is going to attack you for 2. You'll die. And then this will ram this guy into me, which is why I'm being shown as taking 2 damage over here. Unless I put this guy in the way, and then it'll take the damage, and I won't. I'll have these 2 guys come out here and attack, and now they're going to do their thing. Attacks that guy. These 2 guys will ram into each other and damage each other. And anytime this guy takes damage, the reason why he attacked there and did 2 damage is because of his special ability. When I survive damage, I deal damage equal to my attack, and he did to this guy. I could summon a mana pool koi, but I don't actually want to. I'm going to summon this guy right here, and then this guy right here. That way, when the ram charges later on, it will ram these guys against each other, not against my strong mana pool koi. I don't want my mana pool koi getting bodied by these guys. He attacked me for 2. My guy counterattacked. All right, his third ability unlocked. It's just another bite that does 2 damage. So he's going to attack this guy for 2, takes them out. He's going to ram this guy into this guy, which takes them out, both of them out. And then this bite will hit me for 2. But that leaves my mana pool koi over there just kind of like unharassed. Well, they'll take 2, but it'll be fine. Also, we need to attack over here. Put some nice damage out there, and lightning doing some value too. I can summon things if I want to, but I don't really need to because I have lethal right here. We have more beetles now, and I can choose a new card, or I can reroll. I'm going to reroll here. I want this card right here. If you right-click it, you can see and hover this dominate. Basically, it'll kill one of my creatures when I summon it, but in exchange, you'll summon 2 beast tormentors, which are 4/3s, which is pretty good, and there's 2 of them. But when I play them, it'll advance all enemy rage gauges by 1, but that's not a big deal if we play that once their rage gauges are already fully activated. Now we get to choose a different reward here. I think the chef gives me some kind of heal. My hit points are fine. I'll try the dice game. Basically, this is an event here where I can either take some free beetles for like reroll purposes or gamble beetles, but I don't have enough to gamble, so we'll take the free beetles. And we also get a new gift. It'll give me 4 more, which will take me over to here. So I hover here, it'll tell me that I have a medium burden. Your spirit is burdened by profane gifts. I will draw 1 less card on fight start, but there's no option to skip it. So I'm going to take this at the start of my 4th turn. I gain 1 maximum mana. So basically, the more of those you take, the more like debuffs you get. We'll start with the Chanting Cultist to get that 1/1 out there and get 2 armor effectively over here. My little borrowed armor. They'll attack you, end our turn. Pretty reliable start there. Befuddling Spores and Fungi Flurry have both unlocked for you, and this will unlock next turn. Wind Up Punch, you have 3 abilities. What this one does, it'll target one of my guys per turn, and it'll flip their health attack. So if I had like a 10-1, 10 attack, 1 hit points, they'd swap into a 1-10. And what this will do, 2 damage 2 or 3 times. So it'll attack this guy for 2, and then this guy for 2, and if it hits the 3rd time, it'll attack me for 2 as well. I'll go ahead and summon a Tiny Disciple and just hope it doesn't RNG us into attacking the 3rd time as well here. We'll attack a little bit ourselves too, end our turn. Cross our fingers, hoping it only attacks twice, and my Tiny Disciple survive. It chose to flip the health of this one. I think it's just random who it picks. Attacks once, attacks twice. Do we get attacked 3rd time? Unlucky we do. Now its Wind Up Punch is available. If I took no damage last turn, I being this guy here, it'll deal 3 damage to me directly. So if I don't hurt it, it hurts me. Here's the question. Can I use this when I have nobody to kill? No, you have to have somebody on the board to kill. Well, whatever I put out there is just going to die. This guy's just going to deal some damage to us. That's fine. I'll put you out there, and that'll just soak 2 damage so I take less damage from your Fungi Flurry. That's a lot of damage to us, but we can still win this. I can summon the Crumbling Gargoyle. It's got strong attack, but it's going to insta-die anyways. Wait, what are these guys? They're 4/3s. Yeah, I can then use this and pay the price with you. And now we got 2 of these 4/3s, and your rage is already maxed. There's no real price there. And at least one of these guys will survive for us, which is something. Only 2 attacks that time, that's good. I want this guy to stay alive longer, so I'm going to summon the Lamb. And it's got the frontline ability, so it'll go to the left, so it'll eat 2 of those hits from the flurry thing here. And we'll attack with this to do some damage to you, so your Wind Up Punch won't hit us this turn. Now we've got 3 mana left, so I'll summon this guy as well. And now things are starting to look better for us. Although, wait, you're going to... yeah, I forgot about the Befuddling Spores. The Lambs are much less useful against this guy because they get flipped into 4/1s and it goes down to 1 hit. But it still kept this guy alive for another turn, unless you... no, you got 3 attacks. You lucky triple attacking dude. We'll also get the Mana Pool Koi in there and have this guy attack for 2 to stop you from hurting me directly. The Befuddling Spores isn't doing much on most of my guys because most of my guys have even stats. Ooh, nice. The Mastodon Rider. Kill target creature, raise my stats by theirs. Death, resummon a base copy of it. So if we do this and take you out, now I've got 10-8 over here, although I won't damage you this turn, which is not great. I could have attacked with it first. I forgot. You can attack and then play your cards. Turning into an 8-10 was actually good because it'll survive longer against the Fungi Flurry. I'll play the Chanting Cultist first, that way it'll take the hit from the Flurry first, and maybe this Mana Pool Koi lives longer. And now I can actually start doing some damage to you. How many times you attack? 2 or 3? You attack 3 times, but it resummons that. Only summon the 1-1 though. Get another Mana Pool Koi out here. And then get you guys out there, do some more damage. Is that enough to take you out? Almost. And now we can take you out in challenging fight. We lost a little bit of hit points, but we'll be fine. I like this guy. It's a 7-7. Its first round is only 2-2 because it has play me, give minus 5-5 this round, but its 4 cost for a 7-7 is actually pretty nice. I think we have one more fight left. Yeah, the Yearning Woods. This is an interesting boss. It starts with all its abilities activated from the start, which would seem overpowered, but it has a different win condition. You can either win by taking all its hit points out, or by stuffing its stomach to death, or by starving it. See this little number 5 right there that's kind of hard to see? That goes down by 1 every other turn. If I let that go down to 0, basically in 10 turns, it will just straight up starve to death and die. Or it will swallow my guys and eat them, and that'll increase that counter right there. If it goes up to 10, it will die. Or you take out its hit points and it dies too. And the swallow right here will attack for 1 damage, and it'll heal itself for 3 and increase stomach contents. So basically I can try to feed it my creatures faster than it goes down, and then it'll like burst and die. Or you can try and starve it. Why not just starve it? Because it has the Hanger Tantrum. If its stomach contents is less than 3, it'll deal 6 damage and have overkill, which will very quickly take me out. So starving it's much more dangerous. It also has the ability Knuckle Break, counterattack. So every time I attack, it will counterattack and deal 2 damage to everything, which makes me attacking it directly much more challenging. So I found the best way to try to stuff its mouth until it dies. So surprisingly here, I'm going to put my Mana Pool Koi out right away because I want it to be weak and eaten and taken out in 1 hit. And so that's 1 swallow, right? So it lost 1 right away, went back up to 5, and up to 6. So now we're got up to 6, just need to keep feeding it. I only have 2 mana, I'll summon my Tiny Disciple, and I will end my turn, and these 2 things will hit it and take it out. And now its hunger will be up to 7. I'm going to summon the Crumbling Gargoyle here because it only has 1 hit points and it'll go down real quickly. I'm just trying to... It's a weird fight where oftentimes the best way to take this guy out, depending on your deck, if you have a deck with lots of weak creatures, just feed it till its stomach's burst. If you have a lot of strong creatures, just deal with the Knuckle Break counterattack. I'm going to summon the Lamb here because I don't have a lot of other choices right now. I guess I could have done this. End our turn. I'll summon another Lamb over there, and then I will do From the Ashes to take it out. I guess it kills the one on the left first, and these guys have been summoned out as well. And what I can actually do here is it's a 1-3. I can have it attack. It'll take 2 damage from Knuckle Break, and now it's a 1-1, so it'll get killed and swallowed faster. So basically, if you have 3 or more hit points, have them attack, take the Knuckle Break to weaken them up, so they get swallowed faster because they only do 1 damage. This guy's a 2-5. I'll just go ahead and summon them. Gets me down to 3 mana, some of this, so it's only a 3-3. That has 2 hit points, won't attack with it. This has 3 hit points, so I will attack with it. Get it counterattack the Knuckle Break, make it a little bit weaker. I'm not worried about taking its hit points down because it's just going to heal up from the swallow. Although it is possible to get it just by beating it down with strong units. I don't actually want the Mastodon Rider because it's going to take a while for it to get weak. Do I want this guy? I'll get him out there. We'll try. You and you could stand to be softened up by the Knuckle Break a little bit. We end our turn. This guy's a 7-7, but I think it'll be a little while before they get to the left. We can kind of soften up a bit with the Knuckle Break, right? Also, he's at 8 food right now. There we go. That's what we need to draw right there. This guy. He's at 9 right now. Once he goes down 1 at the start of his turn, he's going to be at 10 when he eats my little guy right there. Yeah, he went down 1. I think next turn we get him when he eats this. Play the Tiny Disciple. No need to attack here. We'll end our turn. Now he's going to eat himself up to 10. Counters at 10. He doesn't die right away. You'd think he would since he hits 10, but he doesn't. It's when he starts his turn on 10 that he will explode and die. And that's it right there. Just a little death animation. And we win. We choose a card. I'll pick this one, but it doesn't matter because the demo's over. And there it is. You love to see it. Really fun game. I like it a lot.